It's Dave from Iron Blackbird Cycles, and we're working spot putty today. And seems to be coming out pretty good. Working this ridge is going to be a pain in the butt because of the back side of this ridge is not just barely a radius at all. And getting your finger in there to sand everything smooth is kind of a tough chore. May have to take some 80 to it at first just to shape it. It's looking that way. I think what I'll do, I'll work on some of the other flats first, and I'll go ahead and wipe this down until we get the till that dries, so I can put some 80 on it. I'm gonna have to shape it with 80. I'm using 220, and after I get done taking the spot putty down 220, I'll come back with 360 and go back over the areas so we take those 220 scratches back out. You notice I'm a squeegee. You see right there, that spot putty filled those little pits, and that's what we were going at. I probably should have been a little more careful putting this stuff on last night, but it's getting late. We were tired. Just trying to get everything spot putty and get the hell out of here for the night. And you can see where those holes were. That's why we're spot putting. Because those will show up in the paint. As minute as they are, they will stick out like a sore thumb on paint. It'll pull your eyes right to them every time. Okay, we're working over the winder here. Country's coming out at me. Winder. I don't know where that come from. I know what a W is. I'm wet sanding this spot putty off because I want it to be slick as the finish. All we're doing is filling in pinholes and nicks and stuff like that. So I got 4 other videos of this up, and already that you can view on YouTube of us getting it to this point. And we'll probably get 2 or 3 more videos up today, maybe. Quite a few little pinholes right up in here. As I wipe this off, you'll be able to see where they were. All those little green spots right there are is the spot putty filling in those small holes. There are a few little nicks up here. We'll take them out. We just want to leave the pinhole. We just want to fill those pinholes. Come over here to this. Now that we've got that, there's a pretty good nick right there, as you can tell. I can still feel those three, so we didn't get those filled good, so we'll have to go back over those right there. I think. I don't think they'll sand out. In fact, I know they won't. You can tell right now they're not going to. So we'll have to hit those again. Looks like those come out pretty good. Probably went ahead and got it out of the gel coat as well, so that's even better. Had some marks in it. Come around the other side and get that edge. Some more. The way it is. Humid and hot. I'm already sweating through this shirt. Keep kicking the camera. Tight spot to get into right there. I got it. Looks like we got it that time. This area right here, there's a seam that goes through here, so it's not going to get perfect. And I don't want it perfect. What I want is it to look like there's a little bit of a weld there. Possibly where they would have welded on the original stamped pans. And it'll clean it up just a little bit to make it look nicer. Put the paint on it. So I'm going to turn this out and get the third part of this piece because it's about done. Now all of this won't come out because I use this to build up to that weld a little bit. I keep calling it a weld. It's a seam in fiberglass. I'm so used to working on metal. Sorry about the misuse of the word. So that's going to be good for right there. Tight little radius to get in. That spot putty has to be down level with everything else, or it's going to stick up as bad as the spot where we're repairing. You can see how many spots were in this thing. Have to be fixed. I expected a day of spot putty on this, so it's nothing I didn't know was coming. Let's just say that. The gentleman that I'm doing this for really doesn't want to add work to me, but I really just don't want to leave stuff like this. I really want to make this nice for him. And all his buddies will be calling me after this, you know. That's the good thing about car show guys is they always got a bunch of buddies around them that looking their stuff over. It'll get you a little bit of business, you know, if you make sure to do good for them. Same thing over here, we got a seam in the glass. And I'll build these up a little bit and round them off because I really do not like to grind on a seam because you don't know how thick it is. You don't know how thick they shot this thing with a chopper gun in the mold. You don't know, you just don't know how thick the glass is on that seam. You don't know if the guy that was grinding the body after it come out of the mold went too far somewhere. So you really don't want to take any structural integrity out of this seam. So I like to just kind of fill it up, make sure I get all the pinholes filled. And kind of round it off to where I can't feel it. And that's about where it's going to get, you know. And I'm not saying this seam isn't good, because it feels fine. The only problem with that is if it had a high spot in it, I couldn't take it down. I would have to skim coat this whole thing all the way up to about there, which you don't want to do, because fiberglass flexes, and I don't like to put body filler in fiberglass unless I have to, just in case flexes there. It could crack the body filler. You can see that's going to require some more. The putty has shrinking down into it. There I go with them country words, shrinking. Shrinking. Anybody ever have something shrinking on you? Boy, I could have swore there was a crack right there, but it's not. It's gone. So that's a good thing. That's a good thing. I know this looks kind of weird, but it's actually, that's pretty slick. I'll get to work this edge, this radius, pain in the butt radius on this thing. life of a body man. Put it on, take it off. Put it on, take it off. Put it on, take it off. Looks like we got that spot. We got it way too thick. We're getting there. We'll get these just before we get to the top. Oh man, my arms are tired from yesterday sanding. This fender had a little more blemishes on it than the other one. I knew that going in though. I don't know where everybody's at today. They call me. They're on their way. I don't know. I logged it on there, didn't I? That'll cost me some time. You can see quite a bit of spot putty was needed right there. Well, I'm probably in your way, but the only way I could really get to that and not be there all day. You can see we find pinholes all the way up this center of this. That's right where the seam is. We've got a girl that does body work a little bit, and she actually wants to come and learn more than what she knows, and she'll be starting with us today. There's quite a bit of putty on here. It's going to take me a little bit. We're not going to get this perfect. No matter which way you go about it, this is not going to get perfect. What I'm trying to do is just kind of gradually build up and fill in that low spot right there and make this not quite as noticeable as it was. Because it was noticeable. That's right in that low area, so I'll probably just fill that rather than take it any lower. Yeah, I guess I'll wipe that down and let it dry, and I'll put some more in that. Because it needs it. Oh, I'm gonna have to get a new sheet. Floor still wet. Well, it is again. I've been going around this thing. Oh. I think it's time for me a break though.